And welcome back to Hawk Talk. Jeff Dooley joined by Hawks assistant coach Yolonzo Moore. And Yolonzo, talk about when you first realized that you may want to coach basketball.
I mean, it's always been a passion of mine, but once you're in that player mode, you're just always thinking playing, playing. And once the game is over for me, I just knew like my first thing I wanted to do is just get in coaching.
Yeah, and it's a great way to stay in the game, isn't it? And then hopefully develop players like you when you played at Hartford.
Man, it's a way to stay young for sure. You're around the younger guys, but just everything that I've learned throughout the years playing the game, it's always great to pass it down to the younger generation.
Well, you were the floor general when you played here at the University of Hartford and running the point, and I thought a vocal leader as well on the floor. How much did doing what you did as a college player help you in what you're doing now as being on that Hartford coaching staff?
What's crazy is it feels like I'm doing the same exact thing, but I'm just not on the floor with the guys. So I'm
Right.
just doing the same thing I did as a player, just from the sideline. But just taking the time out to grab the guys to the side and just let them know their mistakes, what they're doing well, what they aren't doing well. So it's the same exact thing for me.
How about your the skill set? I mean, you're still making those jumpers like you did before. I'm sure you talking some smack with some of the boys in the team.
Oh yeah, we always have shooting competitions before practice just messing around with them. Like I said, it's a great way to just stay around the game, have fun just talk smack to the younger guys and just let them know that I was in their shoes at one point.
You sure were, and you were one of the great Hawks, no doubt about that. I saw it firsthand. Yolonzo, bring us back, and many have followed your career as a player. When you finished playing at the University of Hartford, talk about the steps that you took into getting into your career now as being one of the coaches.
Well, another Hartford great before me, Jared Von Rosenberg, he was an assistant here when I graduated, and he got the head coaching job at Texas A&M Commerce. And I'm originally from Texas, so once he got that job, I kind of connected with him, and he gave me a opportunity to be a volunteer coach. So I was out there for a few months, volunteered coach with him, and within I think 2 or 3 months, Coach Gallagher gave me a call and asked me to be on his coaching staff. So I think within 48 hours, I hopped in my car and I drove from Texas to Hartford.
You know that road well, don't you?
Know it all too well.
How has Coach Gallagher helped you? I mean, you talk about someone that has a boatload of information, and his assistants do as well. But talk about how they really have helped form you into what you are now.
I mean, just like in every aspect of any career, you try to see people who are in the position that you want to be in one day, and you just try to steal bits and pieces of it. So just me being on the sideline with Coach Gal, and I played for him, and now I'm in a different role, but I just try to see what I want to be in myself, and just try to steal small things from him and every coach that I've played for.
Yolonzo, what's the most rewarding thing about being a coach?
Man, the one thing is just seeing the guys that you work with every day, seeing them have success in what they love to do. I mean, I'm getting chills right now just talking about it. I mean, when you see guys who are struggling and then they come out and they finally find their rhythm and have success, it's the best feeling that, I mean, I would assume every coach would have.
What would you say is the biggest challenge of being a coach?
That's a good one. The biggest challenge is to try to get these guys to recognize that I'm on the same team with them. We're on the same team. Whether we come down hard on them, understanding that it's out of love. It's just trying to better them and better the team.
And you're one of the younger guys, on the coaching staff, and I'm sure there are players that you can pull aside and say, "Listen, I've been in your shoes. I've been in those huddles when Coach Gallagher is not happy. And listen, we're going to get through this, but use this as a learning experience."
Absolutely. I mean, that's the biggest thing I try to stress on them. And some of these guys, I'm only a few years older than. Tracy
Right.
Carter. I'm only a few years older than Tracy Carter. So it's just getting these guys to realize, like you said, I've been in their shoes. I know what message and what tone Coach Gal is setting in the huddle and what it's for. So you can't take it personally, can't get down. It's just it's an ongoing training.
Yolonzo, what are your responsibilities on this coaching staff?
One, I feel like just developing these guys. I feel like Gal really wants me on the court. Just developing every day, day in and day out. Obviously I have some recruiting responsibilities, but as far as on the court things go, I just game planning. I understand what Gal likes in the game plan. Being a player and now on his coaching staff, I try to compliment Gal as much as I can. I've told everybody this. Gal's an offensive wizard to me. Like I've seen him draw up things in my 8 years here that I couldn't even imagine. So I try to compliment him in that aspect of I try to focus more on the defensive end and try to get these guys to hone in on the defense because I know Coach Gal has the offense taken care of.
And I'm sure Coach Gallagher is the type of guy that puts trust in you. I know he does with his staff. And if you see something that might work to help the Hawks win a game, he's going to be all ears to listen to you.
Absolutely. I try to, throw things out there for him, just small adjustments. And, he takes it, takes it with a grain of salt, but, he understands basketball well enough where, if he's comfortable enough, he'll make it. But, I just try to sit back, do my part, let him know what I see. And at the end of the day, it's his final decision.
Seems like you and the coaches are pretty excited about this group in the 2021 season.
Oh, absolutely, man. We got some great guys. Our younger guys from the last few years, they're older now. So we're letting them kind of take the reins of the program. And, Gal always says we want the program to run itself. So that's the best thing you can have.
Well, it's been fun watching you develop from a very good college player to a very good college coach. Appreciate the time. And, I know we'll be talking. Best of luck this year, Yolonzo.
I appreciate it, Jeff. The voice.